Hello there, welcome to a tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding dong the bell. It's Friday morning, I can't see me watch, 7 o'clock. With 2 men on site, 2 drillers. Our 3 have yet to come in, they'll be in any time. It rained last night, some good rain. I was up at, I think it was 2:30 for the toilet, and it was thundering and lightning everywhere, and I looked outside, but this roadway was completely dry. I got back into bed and we had a thunderstorm. The big tank at the Piggery is 3/4 full, and so are the 2 smaller tanks on the cabin. So with no water cartage today, I'll turn the camera around and I'll tell you what's going on. Now, I've had a good talk to the driller this morning, and we've decided what we're going to do. Down the bottom well is at 135 feet and is back to very hard rock, and he's measured the water flow and is getting 3 litres a minute. So he's calculated that out. Because there's no water, there's not a body of water down there. It's the surface water drains down to that level. So he's worked it out. He reckons we'll get 1,500 litres in a 24-hour period, which is enough for the piggery. So that will be right, and what he suggested we do is stop there. He'll fit it out and make it automatic to the main tank, so it'll fill automatically, keep that tank filled. Then he's going to come up here, and this well up here, it should have been 60 feet, it's actually 38 feet on a 2-inch pipe. He's going to drill that onto a 4-inch pipe down to 60 feet, where it should have been in the first place. I assume that the next door is down to 60 feet. And during the dry period, he didn't run out of water. He was very restricted in the water flow, but he managed to keep running, whereas I had to cart water in. Now, unlike the first water driller who sunk the drill here within 2 metres of next door's bore, he wanted to put it down there because he didn't want to put it next to the existing bore. And I said no to that because we don't know if there's any water down there for sure, but we do know there's water here for sure. Now, the reason he doesn't want to put it next to the door to the neighbours is because he doesn't want to lose face with the neighbour. So I said to him earlier on, well, leave it with me and we'll have a word with the next door neighbour, which we've done. We've explained what we're doing, and we've also said that in the next dry period next year, if there's no water in that as well, because we've gone a bit lower, we're going down to 80 feet in actual fact, then we would share our water with him. So they're quite happy. Now, if both wells run out of water in the next dry period, he's going to have to do the same as me, pay for it carted in. But he would have to do that anyway. But in a 12-month period, we never ran out of water, and he hasn't. So I don't think this water problem's going to reoccur. I just want insurance. That's an unknown well at the bottom. Yeah, he's measured it. He's getting 3 litres an hour. But after 5 days, you don't know if he's going to continue getting that 3 litres an hour. 10 to 1 you are, but you don't know for certain. We do know for certain that this pump can perform up here. So that's what's happening with the wells. We're going to have 2 wells. This one upgraded to 80 feet on a 4-inch bore, and a well down here at 135 feet. The pump will go down to 130 feet and stop. So at the bottom of the well, as it's explained to me, you've got a sump, so you're not sucking up muck. Whereas this well, the original driller, he put it down to 60 feet. Oh, that's what he told me. It was a lie. He put the pipe down to the bottom, pulled it up a foot, and that was it. And that's the reason why we sucked all that mud in, because there wasn't a good enough depth beyond the pump to act as a sump. Well, so he'll sink that well to 80 feet, but the pump inside, again with the metal bar, will be 75 feet. So we'll go and show you what they're doing down the bottom now. So they're preparing the pipe to put the liner in. So at the end of the day, we'll maybe have this well pumping water for us. So maybe that won't be running again. Well, it probably won't be. They're filled up with water. They need water to clean the well out. So probably they put the liner into the bottom and then flush all the spare soil out, clean the well out to the bottom. So hopefully I've explained that reasonably well, and you can see what we're doing now. Back again. It's 8:30. Lot happening this morning. One of them days where we're taking a big step forward in what we're doing. It's these sort of days I really like. So I referred to earlier in the video about 3 litres a minute was measured from that well, and then after that I referred to it as 3 litres an hour. It is in actual fact 3 litres a minute, which if you go on the calculator puts you at just over 4,000 litres in a 24-hour period, 4,260 I think, which sounds great, but of course life isn't like that. Just because it's measured now at 3 litres a minute, in the dry spell it might have measured at 1 litre a minute. I think we did measure it before at 180 feet to 90 feet, and I said no, I want it deeper, because I think that produced something like 3 or 5 litres in a 12-hour period. So we're better than that, but it's meaningless really, 3 litres a minute, because it might produce 3 litres a minute for a 24-hour period. Then it might drop to 2 litres a minute, or 1 litre a minute a month later. You just don't know. But I think there'll be sufficient water there for the piggery at 1 litre a minute. So we've got plenty of spare capacity. I think that's true in life in general. I see YouTube videos and people are setting up a piggery and they do all the sums and calculations and business plans, and they come up with a figure of 2 or 3 million pesos a year turnover or profit or whatever the size of the piggery is. And that's a big mistake. Business plans and that mean nothing. You only do that sort of thing if you go into the bank to borrow money, because you just don't know. And you won't know until that well's in production, and it's been in production for a fair length of time. If you get 1 litre a minute and can keep going in the next dry patch, then it's a good well. And we won't know that until 12 months' time, I don't suppose. Likewise in the piggery, we won't know what profit we make, what turnover we'll have, until we've done it for 12 months. Up to now we're doing okay, and we've only a small number of pigs in there. But once that piggery is finished and cleaned out, then we can start working there, increase the numbers, big learning curve, and we'll know what the profit is or the turnover is at a later date. But you can't guarantee, there's no guarantees of anything until you actually get there and see what it produces. Same with the well. We'll see what it produces in a month's time, 3 months' time. But this well at the top, we do know that will produce water, except it failed in this very dry period. Well, we're going to sort that out next. So I'm quite comfortable with water now. So I'll leave this one there, and we'll get back to you shortly. Back again. It's 1 o'clock. I've just got back from Compostela with some bits and pieces to pick up, a couple of crates of beer, sack of feed to sell in the Sari shop, and I picked up some pig matting. The reason I picked up the pig matting was soy is starting on the the pen for the piglets. Can't think of the word. The wing piglets to go into anyway. We've had rain this morning, spits and spots, not heavy rain, but enough to bugger us about. Instead of working on the fence when I left to go downtown, they were rust-proofing the new farrowing crate and painting. But it's going to be fine now until tea time, so we should get back up there and do some work. So the pigs are fed and cleaned out. Just checking. and soy started on the piglet pen. There's some pig matting, Ramil, in the back of the truck. Plastic matting for soy. Now all these lining tubes have been prepped. The bottom three have all got slits cut in them to let the water in. And I think we've 4 drillers on site now. So things are happening here, I don't quite know what. We'll be pulling pipe, I would imagine, and then putting the liner down. And then I think the 2 extra guys here to help move the drill rig up the top end. That's how it's going to work, I think. So it's all happening. So I'll leave the video there and I'll do another one this evening. To make a closing video, it's 5:45. The clouds are gathering a little bit. It forecast rain at 6 o'clock onwards. I don't think we'll be getting much. The tank down the piggery is empty. There's just enough in it to water the pigs. They've used a lot of water down there today. So we shuttered up. We've got 3 posts shuttered up. So that'll be poured tomorrow. We'll go and look down the bottom end. The pigs are all fed. And all okay. Soy's working on the firing, no sorry, the piglet crate. I can't think of the bloody word for it. I got the pig matting, so he's adjusted the size of that frame. That'll be the floor. He had to adjust it a little bit, and the pig matting will have to be braced, probably down the middle as well. So he's getting on with it. The drillers are being extracting the pipe, which they've got out now, and they're inserting the lines. It's a little bit stuck by the looks of it. And that's the last length to go down. So I'll end this video there, and we'll do another one tomorrow.